What's good people? Welcome to another edition of Sports Talk. Hey, yo, Lee, Sports Talk from the couch. We keep that going. We're gonna get you a little reaction from Championship Sunday. AFC, New England, Jacksonville. New England advancing to the 8th Super Bowl. We're going to get NFC with Philadelphia just destroyed Minnesota 38-7 to set up a rematch between New England Patriots and Philadelphia Eagles. It's your boy, El Banger the Don. And they got Ayo the King to my left.
Hey, what's going on, people out there in the world, man? Hey, I know everybody saw them games. Some people excited, some people not. Pats won again. Back to their 9th Super Bowl. It's crazy, man. It's ridiculous. But a lot of Pats fans out there. A lot of people excited. Me personally, I can't stand Tom Brady.
You gotta respect him, though. You definitely have to respect him.
You gotta respect him. You gotta respect the guy.
Winners.
At the same time, it's like, at what point does this get old, man? I don't want to keep seeing them. I don't want to keep seeing them.
But you kept wanting to see the Lakers make it to the championship every year, right? When they went 4 straight years.
I'm a Lakers fan.
Alright then. Alright, don't be a hater. That's it. Just don't be a hater.
Look here, I'm going to tell you this right now. The Pats are going to win. It's just that simple, man. Philly, what
that simple.
Philly, what they did today was pretty good. I mean, but at the end of the day, Pat's gonna win. That's just what it's gonna be. It's no stopping them, man. If the only way they gonna win if Nick Foles get hurt and Eli Manning step in the quarterback. Is Eli on Philly's roster?
Fuck, hell no.
Well, I know the Pats gonna win it. That's gonna be number 6. That's going to give him 1 more than Terry Bradshaw. That's going to give him 2 more than Joe Montana. 4 more than Peyton Manning. With some of the great quarterbacks. He's already a great.
Sum it all up, he's the greatest quarterback to ever play. Real simple. Just sum it all up.
The greatest quarterback to ever play. If he wins this, just put the extra stamp on his career that he's the greatest. And judging by the way he played today with his supposedly hurt hand, yeah, he still got some more.
Hand definitely wasn't hurt.
Definitely wasn't. How
Definitely
do you
wasn't.
throw like that with a hurt hand? He was throwing bombs downfield. He was throwing drills. Everybody know who threw a ball before how difficult them passes are to throw if you got a hurt hand, man. His hand was nowhere near hurt. He probably got a little paper cut or something. He want to play it off as a hurt hand, man, whatever.
290 yards, 2 touchdowns, threw for 133 yards in the 4th quarter. With those 2 touchdowns, converted a 3rd and 18. I would say he definitely wasn't hurt. A little paper cut. Blew it up. They definitely blew it up, though.
Every pass was on point. Every pass was on point. Like, there's no way every pass would be on point if your hand hurts. You know what I'm saying? It would be slightly to the left, slightly to the right, too high, too low. Every pass on point. There's no way he was hurt. But you know what? I respect the guy.
You have to.
Like
you have to respect.
I still respect. But you know what? The Jaguars, let's get into them. Because they let me down. They definitely let me down. And when Gronk went down, I thought that was a sign that, hey, they gonna really take control of this, and this was gonna be what it is. But like Gronk went down, helped the Patriots for some reason. I don't know what happened, but after he went down, they took off. So
they was gonna take off regardless. That game was New England from the first kickoff. Yeah, Jacksonville went down the field. They scored. New England started the game. Went down at 3 points, 3-0. Jacksonville came back 7-3. Cool. Jacksonville 14-3. Cool. But the turning point right before the half, pass interference call. Pass interference on Jacksonville, in which set New England up right before the half to make it 14-10. It was like numerous of things in the game that happened. I was like, okay, New England going to get them. 14-3, you cannot get a pass interference called and set New England up first and goal inside the 15-yard line. Things like that, you're going to automatically lose. And when you got New England down, you got to really, really, really put your foot on their necks, which Jacksonville didn't.
Too many field goals. Nah, people say, well, they only kicked 2 field goals. 2 field goals is a lot when you're dealing with the situation that you're in. You're going against the best coach and quarterback of all time. You're in the AFC Championship game. It's the wrong time to keep kicking field goals, man. Like, if one of those field goals is a touchdown, we might be having a totally different story right now.
If ands, patent pans, there'd be no cooking in the kitchen. A young Jacksonville team couldn't get it done. Simple. They couldn't get it done when they needed to get it done. They let their fans down. They let the New England Patriot haters down. Like, I didn't want New England to win, but they won. Like, I respect them. They're a great organization. They just let everybody down today. Up 14-3 in the first half.
No. Hold on. Did the players let everybody down? Or did the coaches let everybody down?
I'll say 80% coaching, 20% players. Because coaches definitely blew that game for New England.
Now, players, what side of the field you talking about? Because Blake Bortles had a terrific game.
Blake Bortles played a hell of a game. I would give Blake Bortles his credit. Blake Bortles went 23 for 36 for 293 yards. Actually, threw more yards than Tom Brady. He had 1 touchdown. He's a game manager. Like, that's what he's going to do. But me personally, coaching blew that game. No. They went the soft coverage second half, specifically the fourth quarter. They went the soft cover 2 thing. You got 2 all-pro cornerbacks sitting right there doing what they need to do. But for some reason, the playmaker, Amendola, no one wants to cover Amendola. You got 2 all-pro cornerbacks in that one time where they on Amendola. He scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. He converted a 3rd and 18, and that one time was the 2 all-pro corners on him.
Okay, now, the thing that confused me the most was Jalen Ramsey was on Gronk the whole game. Everybody know Gronk's a tight end. Gronk plays the middle of the field. Everybody know Danny Amendola is a slot receiver, which also plays the middle of the field. So when Gronk went down, why wouldn't Jalen Ramsey go to the best player they got left and Amendola? He was already playing middle of the field anyway. He wasn't playing corner on the sides. So why wouldn't he stay right there and just go with Amendola, especially when he's eating you up?
Like, clearly eating you up. I just said 2 touchdowns in the fourth. He converted a 3rd and 18. Like, everything was about Amendola. He's the playmaker. He's the one Tom Brady trusts in key situations. Like, Gronk is not there. Who else you think he gonna go to?
Yeah, it was gonna be Cooks or him, but they put the straps on Cooks. But they didn't think about Amendola though.
You had your best cornerback checking Chris Hogan, who had 2 catches, 20 yards.
Yeah, anybody could have 2 catches, 20 yards.
Yeah, I would definitely in that situation, fourth quarter, knowing Tom Brady, he's gonna go with what he trusts, what he knows. Amendola is a safety blanket. Get Amendola off the field. No win for. Just go back and watch the game. No win for. Can I have Amendola being covered by linebackers? Safeties, no way in fucking for. Actually, should he be covered by linebackers and safety? An all-pro corner out there for what? Take his best option out the game. It's coaching. Simple.
Everybody who knows the history of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick know they love passing in the middle of the field. You know? From slot receivers to tight ends. That's what they've been doing since they've been together, man. Why wouldn't somebody who watches... They got so many years of tape. 8 Super Bowl worth drives they didn't have. I understand Jacksonville's a young team. I understand that. But why wouldn't they understand what the situation was about to be when it was going to happen to them, man? They knew the same Patriots team wasn't coming out that locker room out the second half. They should have known that, man. They should have capitalized off their moments. Obviously, like you spoke about, the biggest time of the game for me was the 3rd and 18. The second biggest time was when they got the fumble and they went 3 and out. They was up 10 both of those times. They could have extended 13 to 17 and possibly won the game. But,
3rd and 18, like, you convert that. Once he converted that, I sat right here and I said, ball game, New England won. Real simple, ball game, New England won.
All you gotta do is play for the first down. I don't understand why was that so hard for them, man. But you know what? Jacksonville, they had a terrific season. I can't take nothing away from them. One of the best defenses that came wrong in a long time. They all young, so hopefully they'll stick together for a long time, a few more years down the road.
I can't take that stupidity from Jacksonville. Like, it's
not on the players, so it's more
retarded shit, As if I'm the best, if I'm that all-pro cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, I'm going to the coaching staff. Hey, I got Amendola.
He don't have enough years on his belt to probably feel comfortable.
And you don't
with stepping up to
need
the coach like that.
a lot of years. If I'm a coach and the player come to me a coach, I want him. That shows me, you ready? You ready to take on that responsibility? You hungry? You seeing the game as I want to take his best receiver out the game.
But you can't put that on Ramsey that he didn't go to the coach.
That's why I said 80-20. That's why I said 80-20. But if that's me, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that challenge right there. Go get Amendola. I got him, coach. Don't worry about him. I got him. I don't care if he lining up in the slat. Your cornerback. What's wrong with these cornerbacks now? Like, they don't want to leave that side. They ain't want to leave that side. Like, it don't make a difference.
But he had already moved throughout the game, though. So that wouldn't have been a difference for him.
Well, his ass should have continued to move and take on Amendola, who torched him in the fourth quarter.
What I want to ask you about is the last drive from Jacksonville. It was 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. They go for a bomb downfield to Leonard Fournette. In my eyes, what I saw was Leonard Fournette did not play the ball strong enough to catch that ball. He didn't dive for it. It looked like he didn't pick up the extra speed that he could have had to go for the ball. He didn't even put his arms out like he really wanted the ball. What do you think about that, man? Because that was a huge play that could have turned out a touchdown. He definitely had to step on the defender.
But like I told you before, that's not his forte. Like, that's T.J. Yeldon. If that's T.J. Yeldon coming out that backfield doing that, I can see that. Leonard Fournette, a power rusher back, weighs a whole lot of pounds. No offense, I'm not saying it, but he's just a heavier back. You're trying to get him out the backfield. Ball could have been a little better, but I'm not going to blame Blake Bortles on that. I think more so he should have died for it, but to pick up the extra speed, he need the speed back to go get it. But he definitely should have died for it. If that was the case, than anything.
That ball dropped right close to his feet. That shows he was in position enough to make a play on it, man. For him not to make a play on that ball, man, is ridiculous, man. I don't know what he was thinking at that moment. I feel you're giving him a pass by even saying that. He's not that type of back to go after the ball on the pass like that. He's more of a runner. Yeah, I understand that. But when the Super Bowl is on the line, making it to the Super Bowl is on the line, what you played for all season, it doesn't matter who you've been before. You're going to go out there and you're going to get that ball. Right? So
that goes back to coaching. If I know I'm in a passing formation, why do I have Leonard Fournette in the game? Put your third down back, T.J. Yeldon, in the game, who clearly can get it out the backfield. He's a matchup problem for linebackers or whoever. That's what he's for. Why have Leonard Fournette in the game? Make that substitution.
It don't matter why he was in the game. What matters is the fact that he didn't go for the ball.
How he's going to go for the ball? I gave you one. Only thing I can see is him diving for it. He doesn't have the speed of bigger back.
Let me ask you this. Say they ran that play on fourth down. It's the end of the game, right? End of the game, 10 seconds left, whatever. They throw that ball on fourth down. It's close to him, just like it was on first down on this today. Would you think he would have died for that ball? Yeah, he would have died for the ball. You know what? Because he would have felt he had no choice but to die for the ball because this is fourth down and it's the end of the game. Now, being as though it was first down when this happened, it seems like a pass is being given to him for no reason. Ain't no pass being given to you for that.
But let's go back to, once again, coaching. 1st and 10. You're in the 38-yard line, inside the 40, 38-yard line. You basically in New England territory. 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. You just hit a big back shoulder pass to your receiver. Gets pushed out of bounds. Time stops. So at this point, you have 3 timeouts. My focus is, okay, 1st and 10, 2nd and 13. You have a game manager quarterback. Hand the ball off to Fournette. Worst thing's going to happen is he gets stopped for what? No gain, maybe a 1-yard loss, regardless.
That's basically what's happening the whole second half.
But New England's playing soft. New England's low off balance a little bit. They low off balance a little bit, so you get a rush up the middle. You get 3 or 4 yards, so you at the 2-minute warning with 2nd and 7. Let's decide, be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. 2-minute warning, 2nd and 8. You put yourself in a better chance of converting. You got 3 downs to play with to get 8 yards. And then you can run a timeout. You can run a timeout. Because my focus is, okay, Jacksonville going to score, but don't leave time for New England. Because also they had 3 timeouts. I said, don't leave time for New England. But instead of running that ball on 1st and 10, taking the ball to the 2-minute warning, you ran one play where you had to pass to Fournette, which he didn't die for, whatever you want to say, whatever the situation may be. But okay, now there's 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So the next play, 2nd down play, 2nd and 10, which you still could have ran again to make it a manageable 3rd down. But no, it went back, dropped back and passed. Keep thinking he's Tom Brady, like Blake Bortles with Tom Brady. No, you let him drop back. And actually, he got sacked. And actually, he fumbled. But that's the pressure you put on Blake Bortles. That's the sum it all up is this coaching. I can't deal with the coaching. Jacksonville coaching blew that. They just blew that game. So now you set up with 3rd and 18 coming back from the 2-minute warning. When you could have went 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8. Who knows?
True. I mean, I got you on that. Man. You know, well, you know, another year the Patriots see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick get the job done, man. So we'll be saying it. You know what this reminds me of, man? I want to say this right now. On the radio at night, man. I always had a dream of being you know, a DJ, you know, late night DJ, you know, playing slow jams on the radio, man.
Turn off the mic.
Hey, can I have my time right now?
I apologize, sir.
You know, hey, this is Ayo the King. Welcome to Sports Talking Slow Jams. You see that? you see how smooth that was, man? That was good.
Turn off the mic.
Hey, so we had another game today, which just ended a few minutes ago, which was the most disappointing game. Because the first game, everybody already thought was probably going to happen anyway. Most people had Minnesota win this game, being as though the Super Bowl is in Minnesota. Minnesota has the better defense. Most people thought Minnesota had a better team, being as though Carson Wentz is down now with Nick Foles starting at quarterback. And they get blown out. So
38-7.
38-7.
38 unanswered points after Minnesota got the kickoff, went downfield, and just punched Philadelphia right in the mouth. 7-0. 38 unanswered points.
I'm going to ask you this. Where do you think it went wrong? Was there any particular point in this game where you was like, you know what? They're not coming back for this. They don't look like they're in it. It look like Philly just got all the momentum. It looks like Philly just going to take this thing. They're not playing around with them.
14-7, and I just, like, the crowd went crazy. Like, the body language on Minnesota, I don't know, like, the moment was too big for them. But that goes back to, and I'm not going to take no credit, because I clearly said I wanted Minnesota. I thought Minnesota was going to win this game. Minnesota was going to beat the Super Bowl. Minnesota was going to win the Super Bowl. But I also said them dome teams lead them domes. They go outside. It's a different feel. It was just a different feel for Minnesota today.
What it was the fact that Minnesota defense did not come to play today.
At all.
They've been there all season. The funny thing about it is, Nick Foles has not really done anything since he's been starting at quarterback. This game, he lit them up, man.
He tore them up. Like 26 for 33, 352 yards, 3 touchdowns. So he missed on 7 passes. 7, ladies and gentlemen, man, out of 33.
I closed my. I was really thinking, like, did they put Nick Foles' jersey on Carson Wentz? Like,
he lit that Vikings defense up, which, by the way, I thought was the best defense remaining in the playoffs. But he just tore through them. Jai ran the ball on them. He ended up with 73 yards. Blunt had 21. Clement had 20. So they rushed for over 120 yards as a team on Minnesota, and they threw for 352 yards on that team. So they almost went for 500 yards on that Minnesota defense.
Man, that's the most. That was ridiculous, man. Mind you, they just put up 15 points last week against a defense that's
a struggling Atlanta defense.
Against Atlanta. Their defense not even good, and they only put up 15 points.
You think that's coaching? Do you think Minnesota coaching, they was definitely not prepared? Because we can look at Atlanta, and Atlanta defense nowhere compared to Minnesota.
Right.
I really think they catch everything that happened last week. They probably just got caught. So was still caught up in that moment that they didn't even focus on the game plan or what Philadelphia was going to throw at them.
I think what really happened was the fact that for the first time in weeks, Nick Foles finally felt free. He felt comfortable. I saw him talking before the game and throughout the week, like
very comfortable.
He said people been in his ear about him just letting it go, man, just going out there just being himself. I think this is the first week he finally felt free. Because remember, last time he was in Philly, he almost broke the single season touchdown record in the game, man, before they pulled him and started doing dumb plays and running the ball and stuff. He could have had the single game touchdown record.
He had 7 that game, right?
He had 7, and he tied the record, and he tied it early in the fourth.
It was like, he had like the whole fourth left.
He had time to get one more, and they started running or whatever. But he was good for them before he left and went away. So I think this is the first time since he's played that he finally felt comfortable enough that he just gonna be himself. And he went out there today, and he looked like Nick Foles before he left the first time.
Yeah, he tore them apart once again. 26 for 33. 352 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's one side of the ball, though. I want to ask you this now. Since this is going to be the hottest topic in Minnesota right now. Case Keenum. He's been great for them all season. He's only lost, 2 games for them. The whole season. He only lost 2 games he's been starting. They had 3 losses on the season. The first loss was before he started, first game of the season. Now, being as though what he did today, you still got Sam Bradford, you got Teddy Bridgewater there. Is Case Keenum show you enough throughout the season to keep him starting? Or did that game in a big moment where he totally folded, besides that first drive of the game, would you keep him at?
Let me see. Case Keenum went 28 for 48, 271 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions.
That amounted to 1 touchdown.
And I will say a lot of those were dibs and dabs to McKinnon. McKinnon ended up with 11 receptions, so 11 out of that 28 were to the running back. Yeah, Case Keenum didn't do anything that.
And remind you, let me add one more thing. A lot of it was garbage time.
A lot of garbage time?
A lot of garbage time yards right there.
He didn't do anything to help Minnesota, his team, out today. He definitely didn't do anything to help them out. It's still going to be a little tough because he had a great season. Another young team. You had Diggs and Thielen. You had McKinnon. Then you're going to have what's my guy? The running back got hurt early in the year. The youngin with the ACL. But I forgot his name. But you got him coming back as well next year. Very young team. I think you hand it back to Teddy.
even though the offense look like it's built for a pocket quarterback right now, you still hanging back to Teddy.
See what you saying that. See what you saying that. That's what I mean. Like he has two receivers that are great and a great tight end.
Yeah. See, this is where it comes down to. Remember, he's been hurt for 2 years. Right? He's been hurt for a year. He's been back, but they didn't play him because Case Keenum been doing this thing. They had Sam Bradford. Now, in that time, they've built this offense around Sam Bradford, which then got hurt this season, and they went with another pocket quarterback in Case Keenum. Now, for the last 2 years, they've been running their offense through pocket quarterbacks. Now, do you think they could just go back to a mobile quarterback?
Look, I just don't know. Look, get Minnesota coach on the phone. Tell him to answer that. It's tough. It's tough because you got this young Teddy Bridgewater. He come back off a injury. You just got Case Keenum, who just had a fantastic, awesome season. You got Bradford, who is a solid, probably their best passing quarterback. Mm-hmm. I just don't know. It's a tough decision for the Vikings coaching staff.
It's a big decision because, honestly, as we know, all three of them are not going to stay there.
Yeah, all three not staying.
Because they know only one person will start, only one person will be the backup. Nobody's trying to be third. So it will have to come down to a decision. If you was Minnesota coach, you got these three quarterbacks sitting in front of you. Which one would you let go? Because mind you, Sam Bradford he's solid.
Solid, very, very solid. You could trade him.
That's what I'm saying. All three of them are trade bait. Because Teddy Bridgewater's still young. He's mobile, which most offenses are running this time, but this moment of the NFL. Case Keenum, which just had a terrific year. He's great trade bait because what he did this season. Sam Bradford was a solid quarterback. So you saying Sam Bradford, you use the trade, right?
Sam Bradford, trade Sam Bradford. Get your draft pick or two, whatever the situation may be. A lot of teams that need a quarterback. It's start Bridgewater. Had Case Keenum coming off the bench, solid backup, just in case it don't work with Bridgewater. They don't like what they see in the first few games next year. You know you have Case Keenum, who's a better passer than Bridgewater. Mm-hmm. I say that's the safest solution to this question. Mm-hmm. Trade Bradford. Bradford a little older. Stay with Case as your backup. Bridgewater start. If it don't work, pull the plug after 4 or 5 games. If you 1-3, 2-3, 2-4, pull the plug. That Case come in. It's still up to the Vikings.
One more thing. With his injury schedule, on who you should keep?
Bridgewater?
Yeah.
Still keep Bridgewater.
No, what I'm saying, like, you give away Sam, and you got Bridgewater, and he's not really 100. Now, do you keep him? You still keep Bridgewater over him, even though you don't know what you're really getting.
I still keep Bridgewater over him.
Okay. So, Minnesota, man, they had a great year. Definitely had a great year. And I'm a Packers fan. Now, coming from a Packers fan, saying Minnesota had a great year, that's hard. Saying anybody in NFC North had a great year, it's hard. Being as though Green Bay has ran that division for the last, I don't know, it's been forever since we ran that division. So, I mean, Minnesota was great. Gotta give it up to Philly, man. Gotta give
NFC East, and I did say, told people to watch out for Philly beginning of the season. I said that.
Who would have thought still watch out for Philly without Carson Wentz stuff?
True. Now that's definitely the truth. That's the truth. But what helps him out is you got a quarterback in Nick Foles who's been around the block a few times, who knows what to do when it comes down to it. It's not just no pushover. He can play. That boy can play. Did not see them still advance to the Super Bowl without Wentz. But it did help that they had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. You caught a not so good Atlanta team, and I just think you caught a Minnesota team that was hung over the miraculous catch, the Minneapolis Miracle.
Now the thing that's ahead of us right now, You gave him his praise. Do you think he has enough in the tank to take down Belichick and Brady?
What I like about Philadelphia is how they like the play calling is solid. Their actual plays are solid. They're gonna be able to move the ball a lot on New England. They're gonna be able to move the ball a lot. What's gonna be the key is Zach Ertz, who today had 8 catches for 93 yards. He's a chain mover. If New England find a way to get a hold of him, it's gonna make it difficult on the outside for Alshon Jeffries and Torrey Smith to get open. Because New England, once Belichick is brilliant at taking away your strengths. So, no, he don't have enough to answer your question. First and foremost, they don't have enough. New England ain't going to pull this out. Give Tom Brady a 6 ring. Simple.
What I want to believe is that Philly can put it out. Because I do not want to see Brady win another ring. It's getting so old. I'm tired of it. Philly, come on, Philly. Do it for me, Philly. Hey, I know the fans. If y'all don't win, they probably burn Philly up, man. You know how the Philly fans.
Yeah, it's gonna get it. It's crazy up there now. It's crazy up there now that they in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be too crazy if they win it. Lord.
Oh yeah, they gonna go crazy in Philly. Them Philly fans is some of the most beloved fans of their teams, and they love their teams up there, especially the Eagles, man. So no matter what, you're right. If they lose or win, the fans going nuts up there.
A lot of crazy fans, but I mean, I hope Philadelphia find a way to pull it off, but I just don't see it. Once again, I just don't see it.
I didn't see them beat Minnesota like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it looked like Patriots struggled today against Jacksonville, but they found a way to put it out.
Now, winners, they know how to win.
They win. They know how to win. Now, offensively, if Nick Foles tried to shoot it out with them, do you think they have any kind of chance? The Nick Foles you saw today, and the Nick Foles who's with Philly before, if he came to the Super Bowl, and not the previous Nick Foles past like 3-4 games, he came in there ready to shoot it out with Brady, do you think he could put it off?
No.
You saying no matter what, Brady putting up the 6th ring?
Yeah, he definitely doing the 6. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening. Lord knows, please hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happening. Give Brady his 6 rings.
Well, there it goes, man. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have football again, Super Bowl. I'm saying 2 weeks from now because next week's Pro Bowl I'm really not looking forward to. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't even know who's in the Pro Bowl. I haven't even checked the rosters. I haven't looked nowhere to find out who's in there.
Get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
I don't even know who's on my team that's in it. I don't even know if I have anybody from my team on it. The Pro Bowl sucks. It needs to change. Something needs to change. But it's not going to change because it's a physical game. And it's a meaningless game.
Very meaningless.
Which means nobody's going to put full effort in there to get hurt and be in the all season recouping from the injury, man. So 2 weeks from now, we got a Super Bowl coming up. I'm going with Philly. I'm leaving all over Philly. You going with the Patriots for Brady with 6 ring. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back at you with that reaction. But check us out in between then. We come with basketball now. Basketball really about to take
King
over.
James.
I hate LeBron James, by the way. I hate LeBron James too.
King James.
So you're going to hear a lot of that. So coming up, check us. Next 2 weeks, we're going to be all basketball. Few football things in there, but mostly basketball till we hit the Super Bowl again. So get ready. Coming at you live from the couch. We out.
Salute. Say good day.